Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Katie York sent to get this one started. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. That's caught by Chris Olave. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On first down, they'll run. Takes out a one-stop. And they bring him down around the 34. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back-to-back carries here. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They give it to him again. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Set to return. It's Chuba Hubbard. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Young on the play action. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Wide open down the field, and he has it! Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers finish off their opening drive. Christian Watson with the touchdown. You're good on the point after. And the Panthers start off well to tie things 7-7. On now is York to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And that's good for a gain of 5. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
To the air, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Rattler. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Panthers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
That pass complete to McMillan. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the pistol, it's Young. Watson with the catch. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Play action now, Young. Flushed out of the pocket. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
ETN, and he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now he's York to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 28. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing his Rattler. Completes this one to Hill. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. They're set up at the 35 now. They are throwing it again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing it again here. This finds Cooks complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Well, these top tier. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at a borderline gimme 3rd down here. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and that brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
They'll run for this, and he's caught behind the line for a loss. And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
And They stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They send a man in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Catch is made down the right. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. Panthers pick this one up. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Juke has a hole left, room to run. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. To the house, touchdown Carolina. The Panthers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. On now is York to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Rattler to the air now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Catch made by Cooks. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the run, so now they face 4th down.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a...
And it's a fake. They only need a couple of inches. And he won't even get this fake back to the line. He's tackled for loss. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Young on 1st and 10. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
An option give here to Etienne. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. They pick up one on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Young working from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He has the Carolina touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Running for the marker on 2nd. Jukes one defender by a man, and now he's in the clear. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown. The Saints fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference maker.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked!
I could feel that anger all the way up here, Kate. They did not like giving up the big play, the lengthy touchdown. And they decided to release a little bit of that frustration via the special teams. That juice, that energy, you could feel it overwhelmed there and led to the block.
Devin Tompkins to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap now to Young. McMillan hauls it in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Let's go.
Watson, quick pass wide. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Call it feel, Kate, call it instincts. I don't really care what you call it, but the best QBs, they can sense it. They know it when that pressure's coming, and they know how to avoid it. Keep that play alive, extend it outside of the chaos, and go get your offense a completion.
Here we go.
ETN on 3rd down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Young. He finds Sanders. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Viking 18.
From the 43. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Christian Watson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. York tacks on that extra point. And the Panthers grow the lead now to 22 points. On now is York to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Forced out to his... And they get to him again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Panthers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the pistol, it's Young. Completed over the middle. Breaks through, and he might break away. Keeps it moving. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers continue piling on to this lead. On now is York to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Here he is to throw on 2nd down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Panthers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
He's got to gain a 6 there. Tackled on the play by Cameron Jordan. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Watson with the catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Katie York now on for the field goal. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he could not break beyond the line. So that's how our half's going to end.
Saints 13.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Covered with a return here. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Play action now. Young. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's go now.
From the 45 on 2nd down. On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Pete Werner has it. There he goes, right sideline. And he's gonna go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one falls incomplete, though we do have a flag that we've got to check out first. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Hubbard with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. He cuts it right. He's off to the races. He's at the 30. The 10. He's in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
Now he's York to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Stays in the pocket. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field. You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Panthers football. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Ready, ready?
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Young on the play action. He rolled, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that. A huge sack for this defense.
And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Might need to dig into that bag of tricks for 3rd and very long.
Let's go now.
He's going left on the option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Ball taken in at the 36. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Saints will get set to take over. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Here we go, sack.
Throwing is Rattler. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
And looks like the Panthers are in the dime. Yep, ton of DBs out there. 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Dante Jackson takes it away. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now. Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Young working from the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Now he's York to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It's caught left side by Hill. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
This finds Cooks complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. That's Hill working the sideline complete. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. He just throws this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
This, our last play of the quarter.
60 by 6. 60. Go.
He'll throw it yet again. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Rattler back to throw. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. The 50. The 30. He's at the 10. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Panthers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell, they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
I think we can hear the coach.
Up the middle, and somebody blocked it!
Boy, that's a big-time play on special teams. It's all about angles, like old men on the racquetball court. It's all about finding the right angle, and he did just that to block the extra point.
After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Rattler setting to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
Let's go.
Trying again following the sack. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. Chris Olave with a touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it. Oh, look at this. They're faking it. And the Panthers are there to bring him down.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Tompkins now to return. And look at this return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They'll try it left with Etienne. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Etienne gets it on the draw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
Here's Etienne, and he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They go right back to Etienne. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Let's go now.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. The Saints add a fifth defensive back here. Third down coming up. ETN again. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Pickup of 0 on the play. That leaves them with 4th and 6. Katie York now on for the field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Groupie sends it through. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
They'll kneel it down as we get close to just 50 seconds remaining.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Panthers.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy, going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy. I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down, but you can whip your lovin' on me, baby, whip your lovin' on me. I'm vanilla, baby. But I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. Young M-I-S-S-I-O-N-A-R-Y. He's sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a Lord Farquhar. All the girls in the front row. All the girls at the barricade. All the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up, dance. I see you. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. It's Young Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no